Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Betholkis, and it's time, a welcome back time for The Boys, Season 3, Episode 1, Payback. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithm of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos, my vast video library, and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you're feeling lucky, you can hit that bell over there, and YouTube may or may not notify you when I come on live. It's always a crapshoot on that one. But what you can do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. All righty. Let's get to it, shall we? So I'm only doing episode 1 right now. I am going to do the other 2 episodes. I know all 3 episodes have dropped. I'm going to do them. I know I said I'm going to do that tomorrow, but some stuff came up tomorrow. So I will end up doing it during the week. I'll change it out on my schedule there. So, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. All righty. Give me enough time to hit pause. Good. There we go. Wow. Yeah, this show came back and was pretty bonkers, really. So why am I a half hour late? I'm a half hour late because it took me a half hour to find a tasteful way of being able to post a picture of a small man inside another man's penis. Uh, and not have the censors on YouTube, go off and ban my video. So yeah, that's what ends up happening when you run a little podcast here like this and you're doing everything by your own. Yeah, it took me a little while to get that fucking photo done because you can't find it anyplace else. You actually have to take pictures yourself. Don't get me started on all of that. But anyway, it takes place, of course, we're a year later, we're a year into where season 2 ended, and Victoria Newman is and Huey are working for the Federal Bureau of Superhuman Affairs. Um, Butcher, Frenchie, and Kimiko are all working for him. Basically, they are his, I guess you could say, enforcement arm, if you will. So Butcher is not allowed to go out and just start killing, soups indiscriminately, like he had been doing before. He's basically restraining them, reining them in, and the bureau is actually working with Vought at this point. So some bigger heroes don't get caught. They get a lot of smaller heroes that get thrown in jail for whatever crimes they commit instead. Not the best of ideal plans, but you know, it is what it is at this point. So fuck man. Yeah, Frenchie and Kimiko, they're going undercover to find out what this guy Termite is doing, who's a superhero that can shrink himself down to a very small size and also a little bit bigger as well, kind of like Ant-Man. And of course, he climbs into some other dude's dick through his urethra and sneezes because he's been doing a lot of coke and ends up expanding while he's inside the guy and blows him in half. Yeah, pretty disgusting. And then the fight scene afterwards where he shrinks down and is beating the fuck out of Frenchie and Kimiko and um is funny. I have to admit it was funny. And then of course having Butcher trap him in a bag of coke and then shake him up a little bit, shake him and shake him. Yeah, the opening was very disturbing. I agree with you, Pal. It was very, very disturbing. Um, but I've seen all 3 episodes, and quite honestly, even though this beginning was disturbing, there's some more disturbing shit in the 3rd episode that I'm not even gonna go into until we get to the 3rd episode. Uh, yeah, um, this season is gonna be wrong. It's going to be very, very, very wrong, and I think a lot of people are gonna need therapy after watching it, myself included. Um, Huey, of course, is also dating Starlight at this point. She's coming over to his place and whatnot, and she's still with the Seven. Her popularity is up quite a bit, so she's a lot more popular than Homelander, who of course was dating a Nazi, Stormfront, and Stormfront is still alive. She is in the a hospital bed and has one good arm left or one good hand left for Homelander to use. So yeah, that was also disturbing as well. I mean, it really was. But yeah, she's still alive. She's in this hospital bed. She's barely hanging on. And man, fuck. Um, so at the bureau, there's some really weird, creepy dude who is stalking Senator Newman, and he keeps calling her Nadia. And he says his name is Tony. Huey runs into him and goes, "What do you want?" And he goes, "I want to talk to Nadia." And he's pointing to her picture on the wall. And Huey has the guards, of course, escort this dude out. So Huey ends up doing some digging and finds out that, this name that Tony has given him is actually a orphanage. And he starts looking into it a little bit deeper with Starlight. And she says, "Well, hold off on anything. We'll do this together," kind of thing. And what does Huey do? Of course, he ends up following Senator Newman after work, and Tony ends up following her as well. And he follows them towards an alley. He's spying on them, and Nadia, or Senator Newman, is actually someone called Nadia. She tells Tony that, "No, you can't call me that in public." And yeah, she proceeds to, of course, you know, blow out what she can of Tony. Tony keeps covering her eyes because he knows how her powers work. She needs to be able to see in order to explode things. And so as he's trying to cover over her eyes, she ends up blowing off part of his hand. She blows off his lower jaw and basically at the end just destroys the entire body, and then calls a cleanup crew to come and take care of things. All while Huey is sitting on the other side of the dumpster, who gets covered in guts, in blood, because of course he says the best thing about this job is I'm not covered in blood and guts anymore. Yeah, um, man. So, and Homelander, by the way, is just getting more and more psychotic. Yeah, that's about the only way to explain it, is he's getting more and more psychotic at this point. And we also have mention of Payback crew again, of course, and Soldier Boy, and we'll get more into Soldier Boy as we go into the further episodes here. So good episode to start off with. You also see that Butcher is kind of neutered, I guess you could say, as well. He's pretty much calmed himself down for Ryan and Becca, who of course is dead. He kind of promised Becca that he would watch over Ryan, who of course is with Mallory at this point. And he's trying to play nice and play daddy, if you will. And he's doing a good job of it. But yeah, he's strained. You can tell he's not liking what's going on. His new role, that what it's been. So yeah, I like seeing Huey as competent for a change as well. So a good episode. Like I said, disturbing as all fucking hell. Uh, we're gonna go into episodes 2 and 3 as well. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it up, and I'm not gonna do a podcast tomorrow just because there's too much stuff going on. So I'm gonna end up doing the Sunday version of Saturday Morning Blast Off on Sunday. Of course, Monday I think I'm gonna do episode 2. Tuesday I think I'm gonna do episode 3 of The Boys here, and then of course we'll roll into Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel on Wednesday. So I think that's how we're gonna play this thing out here. just because there's just too much stuff going on in my world. But oh, and Pen, by the way, your t-shirts are on the way. So I finally was able to send those out. I think they'll be there on Tuesday, is what I saw. So, good episode. We'll be talking about 2 and 3, like I said, on Monday and Tuesday. Um, can't wait for episode 4. I mean, this is just a bonkers fucking season. It really is. And um, yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be some blowback at some point here from social media and all those kind of things, but we'll see what happens. Serious, how's it going? Yeah. Yes, I know, Serious. That's why I was late, because I was trying to make that thumbnail tasteful and not get banned at the same time or have it, um, I was trying to figure out a tasteful way to make a tiny man inside another man's penis, not get me blocked or anything like that. Exactly. Raymond says it's tough discussing a show this raunchy while it's now trying to get blocked by YouTube. No, there's actually you actually click on a little button that says it's not for kids, and then I could say whatever the fuck I want. I just can't get naked in front of you guys, which obviously I don't want to, and you don't want that either, trust me. Um Sirius says, sorry I'm late. I love the first few episodes. Gotta rewind and watch this whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a problem that you're late. I'm late too. So, like I said, it Penn says you never know what that picture is unless you watch exactly. That's the reason why I had to time it just right. So Termite is actually naked. The guy is naked. So the camera pans up at one point, and so you don't see his junk. And so I was toying with the idea of pixelating it and doing it that way. I'm like, no, someone's still gonna get pissed off and they'll flag it. So I waited till the camera panned up and then took the picture. So Sirius says now I don't want to rewind because you can watch this will be a video later. You can always watch it later on. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm a fan of the boys. I mean, come on. Eric Kripke is he does good stuff. He really does. And he's just a pervert after my own heart as well. So he he does some really weird, strange shit. So I'm good with it. Yeah. And of course, the original comic was a lot worse, I think, than the show. I mean, the show is disturbing, but I think the comic was a lot more disturbing in a lot more ways. So yes, he's the one who created Supernatural. He also worked on Heroes. Um, remember Heroes? No one else does, but yeah. And then he also worked on there's another show that he worked on. I can't remember what it was. Black Noir is not dead. So no, he's not. So he's still alive. Yeah. I don't think he was killed in the yeah, he wasn't killed in season 2. So yeah, the first season of Heroes was great until they started doing the mystery box thing. So yeah. Sirius says, yeah, he's good. And some of the meta stuff, a bunch of great standalone supernatural. Um, so it's kind of funny. He was only in the first 5 seasons of Supernatural because that's all he had actually arced out. He wanted to do a 5-season run, and that was it. So after season 5, he left. They brought in Ben Edlund, who I call the Fixer because that's who he is. He's the Fixer. And Ben Edlund is just fucking awesome. He really is. I mean, he again, like I said, he's the creator of the Tick. He worked on Angel. He came in on Angel, I believe, season 2. I want to say somewhere around there, and again turned that show around as well. Um, and there's some great Ben Edlund esque kind of episodes that are in there. My favorite is there's a wishing well in a Chinese restaurant that the boys end up going to, and I can't remember what season that is. But everyone who throws a penny in and wishes, they get their wish, and but it's always it turns sour on them. And there's just so many fucking jokes in that one that just makes me laugh, and it's wrong, and it's Ben Edlund. And one of them, of course, is this kid who's bullied to this little kid, and he wishes for superpowers. And at one point, he's beating the fuck out. I think he's beating the fuck out of Dean actually, and he yells up at the sky, "Kneel before Todd!" And that's when it cuts to commercial. And I always find that one funny. It makes me laugh. Yes, it's one of the Trickster episodes. Yeah. Yeah, I always like Supernatural. I watched it up until I wanna say season 11, and then I bowed out after that. It's like, yeah, it's too much even for me. And I'm definitely, the guy who played, Castiel, he is in the new, CW Gotham Knights, which looks like complete and utter trash. So, yeah, that one just looks bad. I feel sorry for him on that one. So, what else do I have going on for the rest of this week? Well, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be off. Sunday is going to be the Sunday edition of Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the weekend and just genre stuff you guys want to talk about. We talk about it. Monday is going to be episode 2 of The Boys, season 3, episode 2 of The Boys. Tuesday is going to be episode 3, season 3, episode 3 of The Boys. Uh, Wednesday is going to be a double header of Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel. So we're gonna have Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel. So that's gonna be interesting. Thursday I'll be off, and then Friday, roll back around again to Friday to The Boys episode 4. So yeah, yeah. Sirius says, yeah, it was always had its good episodes, but the long arc just strung you along after season 4 or so. No, they ended it with season 5. They did a good end at season 5, I think. But yeah. Kripke's always good for some stuff. Yeah, then God comes along and nobody's dead. All right. So with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go for the rest of the night. Thank you to everybody who joined me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'll be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it every week. Also, all the links to my social media are there and all the links to my pages as well. All right. Thanks, Sirius. Thank you, Penn. Thank you. I know Raymond was here. Yes, Raymond was here. And I see Cindy and I see, oh, no, sorry. It's not Romper Room. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again on Sunday. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may find out that Senator is really a head popping soup that is named Nadia instead, and not a good thing. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again on Sunday. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care, get those vaccine shots, get those boosters as well. I swear to God, people are just getting COVID all around me now at this point. So, yeah, I mean, get boosted up at this point. You need it. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again on Sunday. Have a good rest of your night and have a good Saturday as well. Thanks, everyone. Good night.